So I'm going to take you guys to where I was about a year ago, okay, at the time of filming this, and really to go over the things that I needed to realize to be ready for what was coming.
Right.
And one of the things that I got on early is for things to change, I need to change.
Mm.
Okay. So this will be like just purely mind frame stuff. Just
Gotcha.
okay, I'm in the inside of the head of Mbank. How does he think? How the fuck did he get such fast growth from the start, just like this?
Right.
Okay.
hmm
So I'm going to reveal everything. Now, what you need to understand is that first principle. In order to things to change, in order for things to change, you need to change. So I knew that if I stay the same way that I am right now,
hmm
nothing will change. Nothing.
hmm
So, for example, like you are here right now, Milky.
Yeah.
You will be a completely different person 6 months from now.
Right.
So I knew that I needed to do what? I needed to identity shift into the person I needed to become to be able to attract that kind of wealth and to deserve that kind of money. See, like I was not asking for fewer problems. No, I was asking to become better,
Right.
right? For things to improve, I need to improve. So these are the basic lessons that I just took with me and just thought of, okay, I need to go out there and make sure that I get the skill set needed to be able to generate that specific kind of money that I want to make. So that's probably like you're right now, Milk, and for the ones who are watching this, is probably the smartest decision ever that you've made into your own, like also your personal growth as a person, but also in your skill set, right? Because that was the first thing that I was looking at. Mindset, I didn't really have a problem with mindset that much because I was a sports guy. Like I was always extremely competitive.
hmm hmm
I was a captain of my team. I always wanted to win. Like if you wouldn't run for the team, I would tackle you myself. Even if you were my teammate, like I was that kind of person, you know?
hmm hmm
But what you need to understand, firstly, identity shifting. Okay. The goal is not the money. The goal is the person.
hmm
I can put you right now in the position of someone who is making 50 grand a month. You would break under the pressure and all of the stress and the
Right. I wouldn't know how to handle it. Yeah, that's right.
exactly.
hmm
But you would break because you haven't had the internal work and the adversity and the responsibility over other people's lives, you know, and becoming that leader and like really inspiring people and having that they call it the reality distortion field.
hmm
Like I'm going to talk about that one in a second as well.
hmm hmm
But one of the exercises that changed everything for me, okay? And this is homework. Like you need to do this, okay? Right after this call or right after you're watching this. So I'm going to run you through the exercise that I did when I was starting out, okay?
Gotcha.
Because I understood that if there is a specific result that I'm not happy about, okay? So that means that there are specific characteristics and character traits that are holding me back from getting to the result that I want.
hmm
Okay.
hmm
So right now, like this is like Ambang 2.0, right?
All right.
Right now, I'm like at 20.0 something. I did this exercise. I do this exercise a fuck ton,
Mm,
right? Because every single time, if you want to get to the next level, you have to change the characteristics and change yourself to be able to match that kind of energy. So I would go and, you know, do you know GTA?
the game? The like it's not the game, the video game.
The game, the video
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like you can change your whole personality and your whole like character just by the click of a button.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, like you're bold, and then you can just change it into having an afro, you know.
Yeah.
Like you can shape it however the fuck you want. And
Right.
with life, it's the same thing. And I got this concept also from Tony Robbins, right? And one thing that he said was identity is fluid. How you are today, you can literally change like that tomorrow.
Mm,
Talk different, act completely different, you know, and just crush life. But that's the hard part, is the changing, right?
mm,
Changing yourself into that specific leader and that inspiration type of inspirational person that can like persuade others to join their team and to work for them for their vision, you know, you also inspiring yourself, you inspiring other your potential clients, because that's what you're doing, right? The reason why people can sign clients, and probably if you're watching this today, right, is because you fail to be inspirational. Like you don't have that magnetic field around you, that charisma, that vision, that hunger, you know, these characteristics needed to be seen as a leader, to be trustworthy. And that's why you didn't sign any clients, because they talk to you and you have that hesitant in your voice and your energy is off. Hey, like I'm not about to give you money. Fuck no. All right. And just that's just full transparency. But being 100% honest with yourself, that's where the change occurs. Okay,
mm,
but who do I have to be then? Okay, there we go. Now we have the conversation. Now we are getting somewhere. Okay, so me, I always list out the characteristics that I need, right, for success. And I always look at the people that are in the position that I want to be and are making the money that I want to make, right? And I list down all of the characteristic traits. By the way, everything I do on YouTube, when I look at people that are making that kind, like people like Andrew Tate, for example, or like Tony Robbins, or the big guys, I'm looking at their characteristics. I'm not looking at, okay, what they're saying is relevant, but I'm looking at, okay, what makes this guy so magnetic and engaging?
mm,
And then I look at that and I take that and I add it to my characteristic traits. See? And when you become that, when you steal these character traits and you add it to yourself, like in this video game, right?
mm,
Then you will see that all of a sudden, like Milky, you can talk to clients and just the way you talk is like, no, I don't know, man. I just trust this person, you know?
yeah.
There's some magnetic, like charismatic, this confidence, this decisiveness, this energy around her. Her certainty level is just so high that you don't even need like testimonials or something. It's just in your
Mm,
energy, it's in your voice, it's in how you are, how you show
yeah.
up. And that's the first thing that you need to focus on. Then the skills and everything comes after that. See, because you can't put sugar on shit. Like it doesn't work,
It
right?
doesn't work. That's real. Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
just to keep it real, I look at people that are not where they want to be, and of course not. Like, look at you, man. Would you give money to yourself? Fuck no.
No.
Right? So you have to turn into that savage almost, right? So what I do, okay, I put here. So let's build it up. Let's build it up, right? Some of the characteristics that I would need to make the money that I'm trying to make. Let's say you're watching this and you want to make 50 grand a month. Milky, 50 grand a month, good?
Sounds
Good.
great.
Sounds great. Hey, let's go. So 50 grand a month. That means that you need to become a leader because you'll be at the point where you will have some people working under you, right? Maybe that is setters, closers, people that will help you with fulfillment, right?
Mhm.
You'll become a leader because first of all, you need to be able to lead yourself and then also lead others, right? So leadership. So leadership, you need to have this characteristic of leadership, okay?
Mhm.
So that's one. That's the first thing. Okay. What's next? I would say, right, if you're making 50 grand a month, you can't be slow. Money loves speed.
Mhm.
Your bank account is a direct reflection of how fast you move in life. Okay. And how fast you move is how fast you make decisions. See, even if a decision is good or bad, you make decisions quick, right?
Mhm.
People that make no money, they make decisions extremely like they take months to
Mhm.
convert. You know how long it took me to buy from the mentors and to buy from Iman Gadzhi and all of these people? Like I saw like not even the whole video. I saw I saw the video of him buying his mom a $4 million house.
Mhm.
I saw like 3 minutes of it and I was like, yeah, but that's it. That's it.
Yep. Yep.
If this guy can do it, like, man, come on now. I can do it too. Right?
Mhm.
So decisiveness, quick, fast, still this day. If I see something can help me, even if it is a fraction, I throw money at it. I throw money, people, everything. I'm extremely fast. So decisiveness. I hope I spelled it right. There you go. All right.
Yes.
You have to be quick with your decisions. Okay. You can't be hesitant, right? The people that make money, okay, they always say, there is a saying that's been said a lot, and it's called fortune favors the bold.
Mm.
Would you say I'm bold?
100%. 100%.
I am.
Mhm.
Now, if you're watching this, like, do you think you're bold right now, Milky?
I could be more bold, that's for sure.
You could be more bold.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you can't be hesitant. Like every single decision that you make, you just have to go full force. It's either you're into it or you're out. Just like you do
Yeah.
with the investment right now, right? Like
Mhm.
you're in, like you're done, right?
Yeah. Mhm. No, literally.
That's one of the characteristics that you would need, right? Because
Yeah.
you will have clients that will be hesitant. You will have clients that will want to move slow. Like you will come in and tell them, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's be quick here. Okay. Like we have these deadlines, this has to happen, this webinar needs to go out, boom, 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 boom. And you just come in and you just push everyone and you push the momentum forward and they
Mhm.
trust you. That's why you need to be what? You need to be bold. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll put this in there. These are the things that I wrote down for myself, but I truly believe that everyone needs them.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's one. I also put in that I need to become a savage, right?
There you go.
Like you shouldn't care. Like that's the whole, like you shouldn't care. Even if you fall flat on your face, right?
Hmm.
Even if you fall flat, like I invested in so many programs. At this point, over 100 grand I put into my education
Wow.
programs, coaches, mentors. This like I've lost money with people that truly didn't care, you know.
Hmm.
And I didn't care either because I owned my decisions, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But that's from a place where you just take full 100% responsibility of everything. If things go wrong, if you have some adversity, good. It should be like that because otherwise everyone would have the money, right? So you need to become a savage in believing that everything you want, you will get inevitably. Doesn't matter how, show me a direction and I will just go full force, right?
Hmm.
So that's how you need to be. Just genuinely don't care. Be
Yeah.
bold, be transparent. Now, one
Hmm.
of the things as well is results driven. So people think, and this is a belief that you might have as well. People think that it's about the time and the effort that you put into something that gives it value. No one cares.
Hmm.
Last month, I made $48,000 off of one client. I advertised for 6 hours in that whole month. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I know people that are in there in the ads managers of their clients for 8 hours, right?
Hmm.
So it doesn't matter if you're leveraging tech, if you're leveraging other talent, if you're leveraging case studies of media buyers, it doesn't matter. It's all about result. Okay. You have to be results driven. You have to talk in outcomes only.
Right.
That's why I always say, like, if you don't have case studies, for example, and this is a gem, right? If you don't have any case studies and you need some, man, you just go out there, do strategic partnerships with one of the best media buyers out there that helped people in that specific niche that you're going after,
Hmm.
and you just leverage his achievements under the umbrella of the agency. And if you have these characteristics with that and say, hey, listen, Mr. Client,
Hmm.
we will make you a fuck ton of money with the strategies that we have. Like, let me break down one of the strategies, boom, 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 boom. This is the result that we've been able to produce with the skill set that we have within our agency because you have your guy in the background, right? Results driven, you talk in outcomes only, right? And that's how you need to be, results driven, okay? Don't care about the time and effort, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how sweet you are, how much of an asshole you are.
Yeah.
It's all results, literally. Okay?
Exactly. Hmm.
At the end of the day. Now, one of the things that I also always say is you have to become reliable, right?
Hmm.
People work with you when you're reliable, you hold your word to them, um, you show up, you know, you're communicating with them, you make sure that they feel safe, right? And that's just being reliable. Same thing with you. Like we talked with each other and I made you feel safe, right?
For sure. 100%.
Because I know that I need to have these character traits to be able to transact the value that I have to give with the monetary incentive, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So, so same thing for you. Do your clients think that you are reliable? Do you give off that energy? Right? Did you present yourself right? Did you present the solution right? Did you communicate effectively? Did you talk with extreme certainty in your tone of voice, without any cracks or hesitation. Okay, you're a reliable person, right? So that's one of the character traits that I will put in there as well. Now, another character trait that I always like to mention is you need to be charismatic.
Mm.
I touched on this a little bit earlier, but this is so important. You'll have to make content at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to make content. You'll have to talk to the camera. It's a people business. People work with people that they like. Doesn't matter.
Mm.
Doesn't matter. Like, it's always people work with people that they like and trust, right? So being a charismatic leader, that's to make it really, really like fit the bill. Being that charismatic leader is almost being like that walking magnet, man. You can just, you know, you can just inspire people in the way you talk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you want to be. Look at Steve Jobs. Just a little story. So Steve Jobs, his employees, when they talk about him, they always mention this field around him that he has, and they call it reality this reality disruption, reality distortion, something like that, in that specific area, and a reality distortion. There you go. And it is like he would come into the room, okay? He would come into the office, and literally he would say, "Hey guys, I know that we would ship out this specific new software from the new Macintosh that we're launching in 3 weeks from now, but we will do this in 24 hours." And he will rile up the people, right? The people that he would work with. He would rile them up, and they would ship it out in 24 hours. And then they would like almost wake up again,
Mm.
and realize that, okay, how the fuck did we just do that?
Right.
You know,
Right.
but that's him. He was he literally showed people that it was possible, and he has this
Yeah.
magnetic field, and that's the charisma that he has from being able to inspire people to take action. And all you're doing with your clients, with the people in your team, you're inspiring them to take action with you. See? So there's a huge, huge, huge thing here. So how do you improve that? Improving your speaking, improving how you talk, tonality. Are you using your hands? Are you like having the right tone of voice? Are you speaking loud enough? Are you putting
Mm.
emphasizes on things? Are you good in telling stories? Because one of the things that we're going to talk about, how to conduct sales calls in one of the later trainings, is how to tell stories and fit them into your sales flow, right? Because we want to
Mm.
tell client stories and then make them see themselves in the position of that specific client, getting that specific result by you telling the story. So that's all about around charisma, right? So what I want you to do is literally make this version of yourself, okay? That in this example, Milky, because you're on the call, this Milky 2.0 version that you need to become,
Mm.
okay? And there are probably some things that you would like to add of your own. Maybe you've seen like people like, I don't know, Candace Owen or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and see like, okay, no. She has this like way of how she talks. Okay, she has this, her body language is like this. Okay, she seems really like decides, okay, boom, boom, boom. She's really fast with things. She's da, da, da. And you just look at these things and take the things that make you drawn to them and add it to your own set of characteristics and create a new version of yourself. And I'm telling you, if you do this successfully, you literally take this, you put it in front of you, okay, on your desk, whatever, and you truly take action on it. And you look
Right.
at every single interaction that you have, every single call that you have, okay? I would literally look at the list of characteristics, that new
Yeah.
version of myself, and I would completely forget who I was yesterday. And I would look at this paper, okay? And I was telling myself, okay, I will just be that. Okay, and just hop on the call and just look at that new version, and I'm like, okay, boom. Confident, loud, explosive, intense. Like that's also one of the things that I wrote down for myself. Being intense, being inspirational, bold, fast. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be that. And I would jump on the call, right? Or I would have the Zoom call. And I would just show up like that, just like the version that I put out for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a dramatic difference in how people would respond to me, you know? Like they just said like, man, they didn't even want to see like testimonials. Crazy.
Yeah. 'Cause it's enough. It's more than enough. It's real. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's the reality. So when people say like, hey man, I haven't signed a client yet, and then all insecure as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the reason I could lose all my clients today and have zero testimonials. I would sign a client tomorrow. Why? Because I talk like this. Say, hey,
Yeah.
listen,
No,
listen,
literally.
listen, bruh. I'm going to make you a fuck ton more money. Let's do a financial model. Let's do this. Hey, let me show you some strategies that I use. Da, 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 da. Make sense? Okay, makes sense. Okay, let's start up with the da, 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 da. Let's start a little bit lower, and then I want to have an incentive-based deal structure because I want to like shoot this offer to the fuck, like hit a home run with this one, right?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to make it happen. I will make sure that I will go through hell and back for this company to make sure that we hit the targets that I set with you right now on this financial model that I did with you. And we're going to get after it. Every single week, we'll have a recurring call talking about the progress. If you don't like anything, boom, it's out, it's done, right? But I'm telling
Yeah.
you, I'm so confident and so certain that I will get you these results, okay, with these specific strategies. And if this happens, we do this. Bad scenario, this happens. Okay, do this, do that. Boom, 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 boom. These are the risks, but this is the fucking upside, and we're going to go full force for it. Are you in or not? Right? Boom. Hey, what? Testimonial what? I know.
Not needed. Not needed.
Oh, this year, if what? Well, the person is going to say, okay, this guy, he is what? Okay, like this guy is a savage, right? Okay, no,
Yeah.
this guy, he's a leader. Like he told me exactly what's going to happen. He's going to lead me in the right direction because he showed me the way, right? Okay,
Yeah.
like he's decisive. He wants to get started today, you know. Like he's bold. He doesn't even know 100% if he's going to work with him, but he's willing to jump and figure out the parachute on the way down. Okay, let's go.
Mhm.
He's a savage, right? Like he talks with such certainty, you know, and he gives off the vibe that he doesn't really care. Like he wants my money, but that he doesn't need my money, you know. He's results driven. He talked about the goal and the outcome 24/7 on how we're going to achieve it. He had a clear process to revenue. He showed me everything. He is reliable. He told me that, bro, communication is going to be high. If this happens, bro, like you can expect this from me. We're going to be having a recurring call weekly. I'm going to give you the reports on the progress. And okay, he's reliable and he was charismatic in the way that he was presenting himself and he was talking. Like he inspired action into me, man. Like the way he was telling his own story and his own vision of his own agency and the money that he wants to make and how driven he is. Man, this is a charismatic guy. You know what? I don't need to see the testimonials, man. I just trust you for some reason, you know? And imagine now also using the tactics that I have in the back end with that you can just take case studies, and compare it with it and have it in combination with a new version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Man, first month you have to sign a few clients, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Being in that state of such high certainty.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and that's really the truth. And when I started, like just a quick note, when I started coaching people, like I thought that this was going to be easy, bro. Like the tactics that I accumulated and the skill sets, and if I do a full skills transfer and all that stuff, like they will make a fuck ton of money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't the case at all. I would give them all the SOPs. I will give them all the and they still wouldn't perform. Yeah, I had a sales call and I just can't close. And I got like 14 appointments this week. I was like, bro, how the fuck couldn't you inspire one person to take action with you and to trust you and to like you enough?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was because this guy was all jumpy and he was like, he's not holding eye contact, he's looking all over the place,
Yeah. Yeah.
stuttering, like he's that kind of person. Like Edwin, if you're watching this, this is you, man. But shout out to you, though. Edwin, my guy. But man, that's the whole reason. Imagine him doing this and just turning into that person.
Right.
From calls, like he would sign at least two of them. At least, at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone would tell you and would trust in you and try with you.
Yep.
And man, I really underestimated the self-esteem that people have
Mm-hmm.
because I thought that everyone was just like me, like of
Yeah.
course, right? But man, was I wrong, man.
Right. No, literally. Mm-hmm.
Oh, like it's not normal. Like the self-esteem level, like people just don't have it.
Like
See,
especially today's day and age, 100%.
yeah, yeah. So this is critical, right? And even for myself today, at the time of filming this, I'm earning $250,000 in revenue. It fluctuates, right? But around $250,000. Like I need to reinvent myself to hit 1 million a month because that's my next goal right now.
Mm.
But I need a whole different set of characteristics for that.
It never stops. The reinventing never stops.
Never stops.
Mm.
Never stops, right? So I did this exercise like up to now, like this is like 20 times already. Right? So if it is a best practice for me, for a person like myself, man, like you should definitely take action on this. Literally, I do this at least like twice a month almost, once or twice a month. See, because sometimes I see someone, I'm like, man, I like the way he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I like the way he convinced me of this. And when he talked, like that was just this. I like that. I'm gonna take that. I'm taking that. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's how you do it. And just a quick story that I want to tell. I had this member of the mastermind, and she was like, "Man, I've been in the same revenue level for months, literally for months, you know. And I'm not going to disclose how much she makes right now, but she's a sweetheart. Like she's really sweet, you know. She's soft. Sometimes she has like these insecurities and stuff, you know. And you can just tell like she has some work to do, you know. Like she can't lead an empire, let alone like a full stroke like 50K a month business or 100 grand a month business, which
Mm.
is small by the way. But like she wouldn't, man. Like she she wouldn't be able to get people that are as good as her or even better than her to work for her for a long period of time.
Mm.
Like she wouldn't be able to do that. And she was so scared of, man, like I'm so scared that I will be in the same position fucking a year from now, you know? And I was like, yeah, of course. If you stay like this, you will you will you will get the same result.
Exactly.
And she told me like, man, if in 10 years I'm still in the same position as this, I'm going to freak the fuck out. Like I don't care anymore. I would freak the fuck out, right?
Mm.
And I was like, and you know what the catch is there? Ah, so it needs to take 10 years for you to change.
Mm.
Ah,
Mm. Mhm.
see? It needs to take that long for you to get pissed off enough
Right.
and, excuse me, to put your balls on the table, you know?
Yeah.
And if you tell me like in 10 years you will freak out, then there you go. Then in 10 years you will have a different outcome, you know?
No, literally.
Then then you chose to not give a fuck, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And man, that was such a great lesson
Yeah.
because things change when you change.
Mm.
And she told me like, you're damn right. I guess I said, bro, you can literally choose to freak out tomorrow and say like, nah, I have to start acting different, you know?
Yeah.
And the moral of the story there is that she would change after it just would fill over the can for her. Like it would be right here for her and she couldn't take it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's how you need to be at this point today.
Exactly.
And that's what it changes. See? So now this is the first part of what I wanted to show, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Does everything make sense, by the way, from what I showed?
Everything makes sense. 100%. It all makes sense. It's very clear.
See? And like this is like the real truth behind people not getting the money that they want to make. This is the truth. Like, can you now see that this is just it?
100%. I see it. I see how it all intertwines and how
Yeah,
it does affect it for sure.
exactly. So you can literally look at a person and talk with a person and say, and they say, yeah, I haven't signed a client and I've tried everything, and you can just look at them and say, like, of course not, you know.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's so
Of
true. That's so true.
course not.
Mm.
So, like you sitting here watching this, you really have to think and in yourself, like, man, I need to stop being a fucking like bitch ass. I need to fucking like make sure that I turn into that savage almost. And I'm going to share one of the principles that I live by.
Mm.
The softer you are, the less money that you make.
Mm.
The tougher you are, the more money that you make. Personal story. I was making around 50 to 60K at this point of my career. Okay. As an agency owner.
Mm.
And I was in this specific program. Is another like a black dude in this space with dreadlocks. He's from Canada. Like,
Okay.
if you are in this space, you might know him. But I'm not going to say his name here. But this guy, he has a specific model, where you charge a lot of cash up front and you get a one-time fee and then that's it. And I bought this guy's program. I was like, man, this guy was making around 600 grand in revenue, but in CAD, this different currency, but he
Mm.
was making 600 grand a month. I was like, but that was in 2022. So that's the first red flag, right?
Mm. Hmm.
So, and he was recycling that result for like for like months, for like years. And
God. Hmm.
like, yeah, he still makes more money than me. Probably in euros, that's about a quarter of a mil, something.
Okay.
I was like, man, okay, I'm going to buy his shit. So I bought the shit, and he set me up with coaches. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
not himself though, with coaches.
Right.
And
Of course.
he gave me this, and this coach told me, and I asked the coach like, is it right for me to get in a COO to build my systems out in the back end? He said, yeah, of course. I said, yeah, like for an incentive, like incentive structure, like the unit economics, because you want to understand like the cash flow in the business and how you need to allocate budget and all that stuff. So I asked him, yo, how much should I like give this guy? He was like, yeah, you can give like a percentage of your business, like 50 to 20%. And me, like, I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Gave the guy 20%. Man, was that stupid as fuck, right? So I hired a guy, and this specific person, like he has been following me from the start. I was doing Facebook Lives at the time and stuff. Like he was following me.
Hmm.
And this guy, sweet dude, man, sweetheart. Like he's about 30 years old. He worked for Google at some point, so that's why I hired him.
Hmm.
But he's extremely, extremely slow. Like there is no like he's slow, man. Like even like if he ends up watching this, he knows. I bro, but that's the truth. You were slow, but you're a good guy. You were talented though. But the moral of the story here is that this specific person, he had a disease. He was suffering from cancer. So he relied on the paycheck that he would get from me every single month to pay off his treatment and his chemo and stuff. And man, like this is a story that no one really knows. Like I really struggled with it. And at this point, I realized that this was not a good hire. I can just pay one time someone for the one time off to build the system and just fuck off.
Yeah.
But I was misguided because I was led by a coach, not by the actual person. The actual person told me like, bro, no, like
Yeah.
after months, you know. That's why I don't believe in coaches anymore. Like fuck them, all of them. But yeah, I was in a position that this guy was holding the business back right now.
Mm.
We were at this stage where he was holding the business back. I could reinvest that specific capital into more ad spend, into more this, into more like mentorships, into courses. Man. But now I have to cut off his stream of income that is literally keeping him alive at this point.
Mhm.
Oh, I had to make a decision, like, man. And I struggled with it for a week or something. you know? People like Steve Jobs, people like Elon Musk, they don't let people get in the way of their vision. No fucking way, you know? Like they have such a big vision. Like Elon Musk, for example, getting people onto Mars, not just one fucking rocket, but they have to like build rockets and go up and down 20 times and bring people and bring
Yeah.
fucking internet connection and set up. You think a specific person is going to hold him back from the big grand vision? Fuck no, right? So I always think like, what would a billionaire do? What would the person do in the position that's in the money that I want to make? And I knew the answer in the back of my head, but it was so freaking hard.
Yeah.
But there we go again. Like, okay, I'm this person that is struggling with this type of decision making. So did I make a decision fast? No, no, not fast enough. So I wasn't the person that is deserving of the money that I'm trying to make.
Mm.
And I realized this, like, man, if I don't become this bold and this leader and not even involving emotion, because that's an emotional decision right there.
Mm.
And removing emotion from the process and from entrepreneurship and all, which should be the case, right?
Mm.
That was like a moment for me where I was like, man, I need to grow, you know, this is holding
Yeah.
me back.
Mm.
And it's not him, it's my own, like, it's my own characteristic that's holding me back from the money that I want to make.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Perfect example. Right. And you might, or people that are listening to this video might be in a position where you have some limiting beliefs that are holding you back, you know? Same exact thing here. So I had to make the decision after a week or so. And man, like it really broke me, man. I was like, yeah, bro, like I really can't do this. Like the business needs to move forward. I need to charge forward, man. I need to charge,
Yeah.
no matter what. And man, did that decision change me, man? Wow. After making that decision, like I don't know if people watch anime, but I watch anime a lot, a lot. Do you watch anime though?
I don't. I don't. I have friends that do. I don't.
Man, otherwise I could make like a good analogy. Man, like that changed me, man. Every single decision that came after that, I made it so quick, was like, man, just like that. Just like I said with the business partner that I had as well. Another thing that was holding me back, right? So another characteristic that I had to change was being around B and C players should irritate you. People that are holding the business back in some way, shape, or form need to be eradicated if they hold back the momentum. Okay. So in this specific case, I had my business partner, Elias, right? I'm not about to post this on YouTube anyway, so I can talk about him. But hey, good dude. Like you probably see some master classes of him. But man, he was a sweet dude. He was a sweetheart. He was a sweetheart. And one of the characteristic that I needed to change was my environment.
Mm.
So I need to be disciplined with my environment. So that's a characteristic as well, right? Being less tolerant of people around you and who you let in your circle of influence. Because within the next 6 months from now, the 5 people around you will change everything, right, for you.
Mhm. Mhm.
And your environment should always empower your vision, your goals, right?
Yeah.
So you can't really talk to small-minded people. You need to talk to people like myself because I will tell you like every single time that it's possible. You want to make 500,000 a month, it's possible, right? Look at me, I'm about to head to it right now.
Yep.
See? And all I did was like shift my characteristics and tweaked it a little bit. That's it, right? So right now, I'm with Elias, and he's a smart guy. That's why I brought him on. Like he's a smart dude, right? But he was a sweet guy. I was on a sales team training this specific morning, and the sales team wasn't performing,
Mm.
right? And me being the savage, that characteristic that I needed, I would tell them like, man, like at this point, you guys won't get anywhere if you guys are underperforming like this. We need to be high performers, right?
Yeah.
Like the reason why you guys are making the money that you guys are making today is because of your behavior right now. You tolerate less of yourself, you know? Like I'm extremely disappointed of you holding yourselves to such a low standard because you're never raised to the to your expectations and your potential. You always drop to your standards of what you accept
Mm.
in life. See,
Mm.
this is what you accept. You accept that kind of money, you know? And I really hit it hard. Like I really pulled some strings on that call, you know, like disclosing some personal stuff, some personal drivers that they have. Like, bro, don't you care about your fucking, your like his mother, for example, and this and that? Because like one person doesn't have a dad and needs to take care of his mom. And I said, do you don't care about that person? Isn't that like really pulling the personal strings?
Mm.
And Elias told me that I went too far, you know, because
Mm.
I raised my voice. And it was like, man, we have leadership points and like, be careful of what you say right there and there. Maybe they will leave. And hey, that was the first red flag. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, bro. The business is like a sports team. If you play for the Lakers and stuff and you can't like match the pace of the game, do you think you're going to play? Fuck no. You're
No.
on the bench, right?
Hmm.
And maybe they will literally like your contract, bro, because you're not bringing them any money.
Yeah.
That's the standard of the Lakers. We are the Lakers. See? And that was the thing. So next thing, I told Elias one other thing is that there was one specific person that was becoming a little bit lazy because we paid him out a fat check for that month, and
Mm.
he was fat. He was you're belly full,
Right. Right.
you know, and the next month had to start, and he wasn't getting any momentum in because he
Mm.
was still from last month with his
Mhm.
between his teeth, and he was
Mhm.
still like rubbing his belly. And I was talking about with Elias, I was like, man, like, bro, this is you, man. Like, tell him what's up, Like you lead the sales team training right now. Let's see. He came onto the sales team training and he was struggling with holding that specific person accountable.
Mm.
You know? He told him, we have to perform instead of, yo, bro, you're being fucking lazy as fuck, bro. He said, no, we have to perform better. And look at this. And he was making it a collective thing almost. And what did that signal to me? I said, there you go. There you go. Is this person going to change? No, fuck no. No, he's not going to change his behavior. He's going to continue his behavior.
Yep.
So he was scared to call him out. It was uncomfortable for him.
Mm.
Now, this is the last thing that I'm going to share. Your job as a CEO is to make people feel uncomfortable because you have the big vision. Okay. You have to make yourself uncomfortable, and the people around you should feel the pressure of being around you and performing. literally being scared, like, man, I don't want to be kicked off Milky's team. I need to get my shit together. You holding them accountable because A players love to be held accountable. Accountability is everything. See? And that's why you need to be, that's the sweet spot. You need to understand. Don't have like a velvet glove and trying to talk nice and, not to step on their toes. No, 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 no. You should step on their toe. And you should step on your own toes as well. Why is that? Because most people think that, oh, he's my business partner and I shouldn't tell him. And it's too uncomfortable, even for me, having this conversation, these uncomfortable conversation and these confrontational conversations. These are the hard conversations that will get you to push further to the other side. People like Alex Hormozy talk about this. How many hard conversations are you willing to have? He talks about this in real time, every single time. But you being as sweet as you are right now, you will have a hard time having these hard conversations with everyone. Man, even I was struggling with it at some point when I was making 60 grand a month. But I had to change that to be able to have these hard conversations, be confrontational, hold people accountable and keep them like this to the wall, right? Yo, you better
Mhm.
perform or you're out,
Yeah. No. Mhm.
right? And that's what changes everything. Make people feel uncomfortable. People around you need to feel pressure. They need to feel like, man, like I'm not comfortable here and I like it.
Mm.
See, that's that environment. That's the this aura, this force that you need to have. Last lesson here. I make all my clients feel uncomfortable as fuck. I always make sure, and this is a characteristic, right? I always make sure that I come in and I always try to push my clients into taking a little bit more of a risk than they are used to.
Mm.
I try to get them to spend a little bit more than they are comfortable with, right? Always try to push them. Oh, we need to launch a webinar within a week. No, 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 let's do it in 2 days. I always challenge them to get things done faster, to think bigger, challenging them with new chart, doing more on ad spend, making more content. Like I told them right now, like, man, I want every one of my clients posting 4 long forms every single week right now. That's a new sequence, 2 to 4 shorts every single day. That's a new standard right there. That's
Yeah.
uncomfortable as fuck,
Yes.
right?
Mm.
But that's what they expect from me almost. See,
Mm.
if you apply to go work with Elon Musk right now, do you think that you will not feel uncomfortable?
I'd feel it for sure.
Yeah,
Anyone would.
you
Mhm.
you would you would expect it. Like,
Yes.
man, being a part of his team, like I can't imagine what
Yeah.
kind of level of performance I need to have to be around these kind of folks.
Yeah.
So you need to realize that, man, same for me, same for me. And it comes with your clients and with the people that will be joining your team. Okay. And there you go. There you go. Holding them to a higher standard,
Yeah.
holding yourself to a higher standard. And having all of these characteristics that we now talked about today, ingraining that in your personality right now and growing into that. Because the goal is not the 50 grand a month, it's not the 100 grand a month, it's not the 500,000 a month. It's the goal is the person, it's becoming the person who makes that, right? So if you, even me, if I look, I told you, I look at the money, I immediately go look for a person that's making that. Because my goal is not the money. My goal is, okay, how does that person behave? How does he talk? How does he move? How does he talk? How does he inspire people? Like, how does he structure? Pop, 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 pop. Okay, he acts this way and he talks like it. Okay, I'm gonna be that. And as I grow into that person, boom, I make the money that they make.
Right.
And people chase the wrong thing. They chase the wrong thing because they focus on having. No, I need,
Mm-hmm.
if I just had the money, I would change everything. And no, fuck no.
Mm-mm.
It would break, man. And God always gives you what you're ready for.
Mm.
The reason why you don't have it right now is because you're not ready for it.
100%.
The reason why I'm not making 1 million a month right now is because for some reason I'm not ready for it. And I'm trying to figure out the fuck why. You know, maybe I have to like be more pressurous. Maybe I have to be more like strict on time management. I have to be more and quicker and faster, more intense. Maybe I need to think bigger, take longer strides, charge people 50 grand a month as a flat fee. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
So that's just different things. I'm about to build some e-com stores right now to sell it for a few mil this year because I'm trying to make 10 million this year. I'm always tweaking stuff. So this is what you need to understand. It's literally, and this is the last thing that I'm going to share before you hop off, because I want to be respectful of your time as well. Um, it's always not the other way around,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's so true. This one is the core principle. First you be, then you do, then you have. Because who you are will drive your actions,
Mm.
and therefore you will have what the person that is will have. See?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's easy. Like if you be like this will grammatically not make sense. If you be less, then you do less, then you have less.
Yeah.
If you be more, you will do more, right? Because if you be more, you will say, well, what, me? 2 pieces of content? No, I make 3. Me, what? Doing sending 10 video pages? No, I will do 20. What? Me reading 1 book a month? No, I'll read 3 because I am more, right?
Mm.
And now that you are more, you see yourself as more because you have a bigger vision. You should have a big vision, by the way, right?
Yeah.
You are more, you will do more, and then you will start having more. That's a literal formula. See? So now go away, think about, okay, what's my grand vision? What is the money that I'm trying to make? On the next training, I'm going to talk about financial modeling. Okay. We will do some goal setting, and I'll show you exactly how to make sure that you become more, that you see yourself as more grand, right? Feeling the responsibility, and therefore your actions will follow. Okay. So that's the
Right.
training today. See you on the next one.